All right, so assume we are live. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Man, had a long night last night. Let me just make sure that I'm live. Make sure I got audio. Pretty sure that I do, but just okay. I got it. All right. If you're watching, which I don't have any viewers right now, but it's all good. I know that a lot of people are probably just breakfast, getting up, maybe watching cartoons and whatnot. I don't know, but anyways. I got some things to talk about, but before I get into that, we're going to crack a slab. We're going to crack this bad boy right here. I haven't cracked a slab in probably like 4 years. I've never cracked one of the new CBCS slabs. So we're going to do this. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm actually in the process of completing this entire Crisis on Infinite Earths. I have 10 out of the 12 in 9.8 condition. So this is a 9.6. We're going to crack this, and it has some pressable defects, which I will press out and resubmit and see if it comes back as a 9.8. So let's go ahead and get started. Get my tools. I don't even know where to begin, man. Like, for real, like, I didn't like I've always seen people start like at the bottom. So let's start out at the bottom. Let's see if I can start out right here. Dang. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We're going to start out the side right here. The side is kind of loose. They say that the new CGC slabs are pretty tough. All right. I'll just stick it in right there. Let's go on down. Wow, this thing is kind of they're pretty solidly connected. Let me just see if I can rip this junk, man. Holy crap. I'm afraid of, like, I'm holding back because I'm afraid of really just destroying the book, bending it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Edwin, show a little patience. Show a little patience. Oh, goodness gracious. Does anybody got a jackhammer? Golly. It looks like it has these are these clips? Like, you could tell it has like these clips on the top, but I'm about to just get medieval on this thing, man. Oh, man. Come on, man. All right. There we go. Just do it like that. There we go. Oh, okay. That wasn't too bad. Okay, so in case anybody's never done this before, these little clamps, I just seems like I just kind of forced them off from the back. And of course I messed up my table. You know what? I don't even need, I'm just going to slide it out. I don't need to be more destructive. Set this down here. Guys, give me a second. Let me go get something to wipe all this up. There's like little small plastic dust all over my table. I'll be right back. Looks like it's time for a new table, new kitchen table. Which I want a bigger one anyways, but that kind of sucks. Man, I was starting to crack a sweat doing that. I was getting pissed. I don't like to sweat. Not working anyways. Jeez. All right, sorry about that, guys. All right, so I got this thing open, and it's yeah, it's pretty sealed. I'll probably keep the banner. Let's go ahead and get this bad boy opened. Don't need this to go on any longer than this needs to be. Don't cut the book, Edwin. Don't cut the book. Let me try this way. Set the banner to the side, and then I'll go down the front. I wonder if these are Mylar, like these bags. I think they kind of feel like it. All right, so let's see if I can just pull it out. All right, success. Yes. Oh, I see a nick right there. I'm trying to figure out why they give this a 9.6 on the back. Okay, so I got like a little thingy here and a little thingy up there. I don't know if I should. I don't know. Maybe I will resubmit it. I'm not sure. But anyways, that's it, you guys. That's how we crack a slab. My first CGC slab that I cracked. So yeah, there it is. It was a 9.6. Hopefully it'll come back as a 9.8. I will give you guys an update as I go through that process. All right. All right, let's talk some comics. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys. All right, let me give a a few shout outs real quick. Who's in the house? Comically Flawed, Adam, what's up? Thomas Churchill, good morning. John A, good morning, sir. Jesse's in the house. Just slamming on that corner, yeah. You know what, NLC, I am gonna crack that ASM 300 and press it, but I'm not sure when. Probably very, very soon, because I'm very anxious to see if that will come back as a 9.8. You guys are crazy, man. You know what, Jesse? I did not cut it away from my body, did I? I don't remember. All right, comics and stuff. Jose, what's up, man? So Ramiro, big shout out to everybody. Jason Smith, thank you so much for joining me. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit of comics and coffee here. I had probably, I'll show you guys how many requests I had from last video. I had requests from 3 YouTubers and 6 comic books to look up. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one that, well, big shout out real quick to CGC fan. Don't give me a thumbs down because I cracked the CBCS slab. CGC fan, okay. He wanted me to look up Incredible Hulk 181, so that's what I went ahead and did. Now he didn't specify what grade to look up, so I don't really know, you know, what grade to look up. I mean, you can see, well, just look at over the past couple of years since 2015, even a 9.8 has gone up, you know, almost $2,500. 9.6, you know, 9.6 is still a what, $6,000 book. The 9.4 is kind of funny because it was about just under a $4,000 book. Then it went up to about a $5,000 book, and now it's about a $4,500 book. So I don't know what that's all about. Still a good book to have. Let's go ahead and go to eBay. So you got an 8.5 that sold for $2,500. 5.0 best offer probably went for like $1,000 to $1,200 book. Definitely one of those books that's good to have. I don't see. Let's go to an 8.5, kind of a realistic grade for you know, most people, I would think. You know, 15 years ago, look at it was about a $700 book slab. So it's gone up what, 4 times its value since then. So it definitely is one of those books that's good to have, probably no matter what grade. Although I will say this, guys, I do not recommend getting this book if the Marvel value stamp has been cut out. I don't understand people paying $500 on that book, because to me it's incomplete. I would rather have a chipped book, a beat up book, than a book that has pages or coupons cut out. My shop has an X-Men book. I think it's like X-Men 48 or something like that, and I wanted it, but then when I saw that it was like the coupon was cut, I was like, what do you want, like $1 for this? You know, I don't have much interest unless it's just a read or whatever. So I do not recommend getting this Hulk 181 if the Marvel value stamp is cut out. Just go get one of those True Believers that they sold for $1. Even go on eBay and spend like $5 or $10, whatever they're asking for. Then spend, you know, $400 or $500 on an incomplete Hulk 181. So I don't really have any direction here as far as what grade a CGC fan wants me to look up. If you guys do want me to look up, you have to specify. Otherwise, I'm just kind of shooting in the dark here. But you know, it's easily you know, even a low grade, what, like a 5. You know, even in a 5, you're still looking at what, you know, $1,000 book, man. So this book kind of, it, if you're gonna spend $1,000 on a 5, and there's not much price difference between like a 7.5 and an 8.0 and an 8.5. Me personally, I would just save up another grand or two and just get like an 8.5, but that's just me. So I'm going to move on because, like I said, I don't have much direction here as far as what grade to look up. He also wanted me to look up at ASM 129, first appearance of the Punisher. Again, I have no grade to look up. So we'll just, you know, what is that book typically going for, or what kind of grades are people looking for to buy? That's kind of all over the place too, right? 129. First pun, big pun. So 9.8, you know, you're talking a $10,000 book. Let's go to like an 8.5 as well. That's kind of a good middle in the road type of grade in my opinion. So you're still looking at a $1,000 book, but look at what it's done ever since the whole Netflix series with Daredevil. It's taken quite the spike, but even still, I mean, ever since 2002, wow, that book was like a $200 book 15 years ago. Look at it now. So almost 6 times its value. Well, 6 times its value. So pretty nice spike. Let me see what's going on in the chat since I'm kind of directionless here. What's up in Trinity Comics? Venom Lethal Protector. I'll look that up later. I had one of those in a 9.9. Oh, okay. Adam Comically Flawed asked the questions about the red letters. I don't know what these mean. I'll click on one just to see if it says anything. I don't know. Now, I mean, obviously, I know the Q is for qualified, but I don't know what the SP and SA. And the A. I don't know what that stuff means. So maybe I'll find out and let you guys know in the future, or if anybody knows, let me know. Comically Flawed says, yeah, but all the red ones have stuff like, yep. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and keep going to, you know, again, I don't have any grades to look up, so I don't know what CGC fan wants me to do here. I mean, the book has gone up obviously over the past couple of years, as much as you know, $3,000 and 9.8, you know, 9.4, you know, $1,000, 9.2, $700. So the book is definitely spiked up. All right, what's going on eBay? 6.5 CBCS, $640 book. What is a 6.5 on GPA? It's about a $600 book. So it probably went for what it retailed or close to it. But even in a 6.5, I mean, it's gone down a little bit, not much. But what else is eBay? A 2.5. Holy crap. 8.5 went for about 1,200. What does a 2.5 go for? 2.5, that's about a $300 book. He sold it for probably about $300. So, man, but look at this right here. Look at this upside right here, which was obviously probably during the start of the Daredevil movie, or actually no, this was more like in 2014. This was probably more like close to Daredevil's announcement. I guess everybody was expecting that once Daredevil was announced, you were eventually going to get Punisher in there. So that's probably why it took that big upside. So, all right, let's go to the next one. He also wanted me to look up a Batman Adventures number 12. which I have right here. We all know what this is. Hot book. The book has gone down, if I'm not mistaken. The book has gone down, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's I think it is 1992. So this one right here. Yeah, holy crap. All right. Wow. Look at what this book was going for a year ago. As much as $1,900. Oh my God. Now this is a book I'm not gonna look up beyond a 9.4. I mean lower than a 9.4. Actually, I take that back because my brother's got a 9.2. Man, it's gone down. Holy crap. But I still wouldn't take less than $500 for this book. All right. 9.4. Let's go to a 9.8. 9.8. Oh yeah. All right. So right here, it's really hit its peak. Actually, some went past. Holy crap. Look at this, guys. Last year alone, holy crap. There were 64 9.8 sold. The year before, there were 66. This book reached $2,500 at one point. Wow. I didn't know it reached that high. Dang. Even in 2013, it was still a $1,000 book. Really? But look at what happened between 2013 and 2014. Look at that. 300 to 1,000. That's crazy. Why? Like, why did it take? I don't remember any movie announcement or anything like that in 2013. Was there? That could be wrong. But anyways, quite the spike. I don't see this book going down anytime soon, especially in these type of numbers. I think that this book will sustain itself probably close to the looking at this, I couldn't see it getting no lower than like a $1,200 book. So I think Batman Adventures number 12 is definitely here to stay. Let's go to the next one. Spider-Verse number 12, which I'm assuming is the first appearance of Spider-Gwen. Was that 2015? Number 2? That's no, that's not the same thing. Was it Spider? Well, what's the first appearance of Spider-Gwen? Was it Edge of Spider-Verse? Was it Edge of Spider-Verse? Oh, snap. Yeah, this has to be it. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that he wants me to look up probably 9.8. 9.8, about $170 book. Ever since this book has come out, if you look at it, this book really peaked at $300 at one point. And it's pretty much sustained itself between like a $150, $170 book. Yeah, just by the first, appreciate that, Adam. I think I got the right one. I guess the question is do you guys think Spider-Gwen is here to stay? I kind of think that she might be. I also think that we could probably even see her in a movie. Could you guys imagine what would happen to this book if she was ever announced in a movie? Oh my gosh. All right. So there you go, CGC fan. I looked up your books. Just give me a grade next time. L. Lee asked me to look up Evil Ernie number 1, 9.2. Now, that's either the first appearance of Evil Ernie, the first appearance of, is it Vampirella or Death or both? All right. I'm assuming it's the 1991. I'm assuming it's in 1991. And guys, if you guys want me to look up stuff, definitely try to be as specific as possible. Signed by Puleto, 9.2. Okay, I got it. I think this is it. 9.2. It's about a $230 book. 9.2 signed. This is all that I have to go by. L. Lee. A 9.2. I have the double cover signed. I have a signature series, but it doesn't like say who it was signed by. I can only assume that it was signed by Puleto. But either way, I mean, this is still. Oh my God! Look at what this book has done. Holy crap! It went from about a $120 book, and it just dropped. It just dropped. But then again, there hasn't been a recording in the past 4 years, so I would have to say it's easily, maybe $100 book. But then again, something is only worth what somebody's willing to pay. So, if I had this book, I wouldn't ask for no less than $100 for it. So there you go. Sorry, I can't get more for you. It's not really saying who it's signed by, although I'm assuming it's signed by Puleto. Let me go ahead and see what's going on in the chat, people. What is that Evil Ernie #1? Who's that the first appearance of? Is that the first appearance of Evil Ernie? I know Romero's first Capullo book. Look up. Okay, so I got some people that want me to look up stuff. Let me go ahead and go to these last one. Carl on base says that he wants me to look up Savage Tales #1, which is the first Man Thing. Let me look that up real quick. Was it annual #1 or #1? All right. I assume it's this one right here. 8.5. Here's an 8.5. Dang. Oh, of course not. Of course, I'm not going to find those in modern. All right. Savage Tales, first Man Thing. This has to be it right here. Second comic, origin, first appearance of Man Thing, 1971. All right, this has to be it right here. Yeah, 19. Okay, so here we go. He said 8.5. So you're looking at about a $350 book. It has gone up as much as $450 last year. So not sure what you paid for it, Carl, but you're still looking at a $300 to $400 book, which in my opinion is a good book to have. It's not signed, but it is a first appearance. So, you get fans of this character, fans of these monsters from the 70s. It's still probably a pretty desirable copy. I mean, you can see right here in 2013 when it went from like a $150 book to it just jumped up to like, a $300 book. And it kind of stayed around that $300, $400 mark. So I don't know why it took quite the spike. So good book to have, it seems like. All right. So let me go ahead and go. I think one of the first books that I saw you guys were talking about was Venom Lethal Protector. A 9.9, which I do remember having one of those back in the day. Venom Lethal Protector. Probably one of the best comic books ever. All right. I had one of these, a 9.9. Okay, so not worth a whole lot. I'd be anxious to see what it goes for now that there's movie talk. I bought mine in 2013 for like 200 or 250 bucks, and then I sold it for 350 on eBay. I think I paid 200 for it. But it's gone as high as, oh, that's probably the one that I sold, because that seems like about the same time when I had to sell it. May. Yeah, this is probably the one that I this is probably the one that I sold. So anyways, not really an expensive book. It seems like this book, the one to really have is a black error printing. I mean, look at a 9.8 black error. Look, you're talking a $2,500 book. Just insane. Those are really hard to come by. If I ever had the opportunity to get one of those, I would get one. I do have a 9.8 gold, which, wow, it's already gotten up to 400 bucks. I got mine. My LCS was moving, and he had like all his stuff, like even wall books, like 30 or 40% off. I got mine for like 160, and now look at it. It's about a $400 book. Awesome. What's going on in the Chizat? I looked up that Lethal Protector NLC. Jose, you want me to look up to Ramiro's first Capullo book? Look up Gore Shriek #1. I'll look that up. I've never heard of that book before. It's not even a book. What is he talking about? I'm not sure what you want me to look up, Jose. I've never heard of that book. Gore Shriek #1. You notice the variant of Spider-Verse #2. It's $700 and 9.8. No, I didn't notice that. Lady Death. That's who it is. Lady Death. JLS wants me to look up Darth Vader #3. I'd be glad to do that. Darth. Is that from this 2015 series? Do you have that one, Jesse? 9.8. It's a $100 book. Looking at the graph, yeah, it's pretty much held itself around the $100 range. I can't believe that book sold as low as 18 bucks. Who in the world got that for 18 bucks? First Capullo artwork. I can't. Gore Shriek #1. I can't. I typed it in and it didn't. Nothing came up, guys. Oh, here we go. Maybe I just spelled it wrong. And 9.8. Oh, signed. 9.8 signed. They don't even have a 9.8 recorded. But they have some signed. Do you guys have a 9.8? Because they don't even have a 9.8 recorded. So I would assume just by looking at this, if you had a 9.8 signed, I probably wouldn't take no less than $200 for it. I mean, that's just me. Because even at 8.5, $50, but a 9.8, shoot, maybe $300. So sorry, this doesn't give you guys more information. I'm clicking on, like, I don't even have any charts or anything for it. So, oh well, that's all GPA has for us on that. What is the GPA DC Comics presents? Which one? You talking about the first appearance of He-Man? I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. I don't know what number that is. Is that number 3 or something like that? Or 26? It's got to be it. It's got to be it. What is this? First appearance in New Teen Titans in preview. I'm assuming you're talking about the 26 DC Comics presents. Right. Uh, 8.5 to 9.2. Okay, what do we got here? Let's start with a 9.2, $200 book. Click on the chart. It's gone up. I mean, in 2003, it was like a $20 book. Now it's 10 times its value. Even in 9.0, it's still a $100 book. It was up for a minute, and then it's gone down a little bit. And even at 8.5, what? This don't even make no sense. Look at this. Okay, so a 9.0 went for 105, went for as high as 163. Well, last year went for as high as 230, but at 8.5, on average now is a little bit more than a 9.0. That doesn't make any sense to me. Even last year on the high end, or the past 90 days on the high end, they're not far off. So that doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, there's that. I'm assuming that's the DC Comics presents that you wanted me to look at. Let me see what's going on. Our Army at War 151. I'll look up that one. Our Army at War. You know what, Jose makes a point. I'm already on DC Comics Presents. Let's go ahead and go to number 47 real quick, because he thinks that that's the first appearance of He-Man. So this one right here. It's got to be. Yeah, look at it. I mean, depending on what grade you got, even a 9.4, it's still about a $100 book. But if you got a 9.8, you're probably looking at close to a $500 book here. It's gone up and it's kind of stayed close to that $500 mark as a 9.8, but he said 9.2. So we'll look at the 9.2. 9.2, it's hovered around $100. So I'd probably say it's safe to say that that's at least a $100 book. Although this makes no sense to me. Look at this. An 8.5. Here we go again. $150. Now, can somebody explain to me why 8.5 is going for more than a 9.2? What's this? I don't get this. I just don't get it. Even more than a 9.0. What's wrong? See, this is where you get people paying for stuff and they don't even research. People are buying things or not even research what something is going for. They're just being like, they're just buying it outright because they think it's a good deal. They get caught up in the hype and they just fork out money for something they have no idea what they're buying. This makes no sense to me. Somebody explain, please. Jeez. All right, our army at war. Let's go ahead and look that up. Early Silver Age stuff right here. 151. Who wanted me to look this up? BC Comics. Thank you for watching, sir. BC Comics in the house. 151. Wow. What grade did you want me to look up? BC Comics. That's a pretty hefty book, depending on what grade you want. But, you know, just looking at right here, it averages anywhere from a $1,800 book all the way down to a $25 book, depending on what grade. I think it's interesting that this book doesn't have anything recorded above a 9.2. All right. Deathmate Black, number 9. Is that the first appearance of Gen 13 NLC? I think that's the first appearance of Gen 13. All right. Here we go. Deathmate Black. 9.8. It's not really a pricey book. Even the signature series with J. Scott Campbell, it's like $100 to $200 book. Let me click on the chart. Let's see what this book has done over the years. So over the years, it hasn't really done much of anything. Even all the way back to 15 years ago, it's still like a $23 book. So on the high end, if you look at it on the high end, it's only fetched close to $100. And on the low end, it's actually gone for $9 one time. This, I think, is a good book to have just for first appearances alone. You guys know if they ever do a movie announcement, this is going to be the book to have. And NLC, I'm glad you pointed this out because now it's gotten me wanting to go and look for this book because I see a lot of Deathmates around. I'm assuming that Deathmate Black is the only one that has a first appearance of Gen 13. And that none of the other Deathmates have really any significance at all. Yeah, I agree, Jose. Jose says, I often think that eBay sellers purposely have people outbid others to raise the market value of specific books. Howard the Duck first Gwenpool. What number is that? Give me a number, Jason Smith. Howard the Duck first Gwenpool. Okay, so Jose says he's got a DC Comics Presents 47 that he thinks it can come out to a 9.8. Go for it, man. Shoot. Go for it. Jesse or Carsaconic Point. I'm looking to buy DC Comics Present 27, but the grades I have seen are in that range. Gomez in the house, color faded. Yeah, those figures drive the price of the book for no reason. BC Comics 6.0. What did you want me to look up? The First Enemy Ace 6.0. Or was it the Army at War? Our Army at War. It was a number 151. $6.0. If this is what you're talking about, it's about $175 book. It's gone as high. At the highest is 175. Or are you talking about First Enemy Ace? BC Comics, or is that the first appearance of First Enemy Ace? I'm confused. Or do I need to look up First Enemy Ace, the comic book? I'll wait for you to reply. Okay, so number 1 is the first appearance of Gwenpool. Okay, so let me relook. Oh, Howard the Duck. All right, let's see if we can find Howard the Duck number 1, first appearance of Gwenpool. Now that came out like not too long ago, right? Like last year. The last year, the year before. Number 1. Let's see. It can't be this one. Let me go back. Let me go back to the year before. See, this is the crap that you get with all these reboots. Like, they do a reboot every year, and you don't even know which one to look up. Okay, so it can't be this one. Is it? And 9.8 is one. It can't be this one because it's only like a $10 book. So it's got to be the one from last year, 2016. Number 1, first appearance of Gwenpool. I mean, I can only assume this is it, but even still, it's only like a, you know. So it's gone as high as, you know, $150 and as low as $29. So Adam, you're saying it's 2015? Okay, so everybody's saying it's 2015. Is that what I looked up? 2015. That I think that is what I looked up, right? No, this can't be it. I mean, you're only talking like a $40, $50 book. This can't be the right one, guys. All right, Jose, thanks for checking me out, bro. I really appreciate it. Check out Jose on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's him and Gomez and Justin and a few other people. So definitely check him out. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate it. Carson Comic Point wants me to look up how much is a 1.5 Fantastic Four number 52. Found one at a yard sale. First Black Panther. It's a good question. Let's go check it out. I'm going to leave this here just because I have a feeling like this is the wrong year. For Gwenpool, although I could be wrong. I have a feeling that 2016 is probably the one that everybody's thinking about. First Black Panther. Oh, man, I'm so lost. And I'll see, I got your X-Men 35. Give me a minute. 52. A 1 point. A 1.5. A 1.5 slab. The only one that got recorded is it being incomplete. But a 1.8 is about $175. So you got to figure anywhere between $100 and $150 for a 1.8. I mean, if you got it at a yard sale, awesome. I don't know what you paid for it, but I mean, it's still a good book to have. First Black Panther. I think that Black Panther movie is going to be awesome. So here's your chart. It's gone up. It's only gone up, you know, over the past few years, even before the movie of Civil War. When he showed up in Civil War, it just continued to climb up. So there you go. I got an X-Men number 23 from NLC. What grade did you want me to look up? Or X-Men 35, volume number 1. You talking about from the 60s? You talking about Uncanny X-Men or X-Men NLC? Because when I hear X-Men, I think of Jim Lee's X-Men. I'm thinking this one right here. Okay, this can't be it because he's talking about 9.4. So you got to be talking about Jim Lee X-Men, right? Which X-Men, guys? I'm not sure which X-Men NLC wants me to look up. I can only assume it's not the one from the 60s. Because if you had that in a 9.4, you know, it's almost $1,000 book. So let's go back. Wait. I'm assuming it's from Jim, but there's no significance there with a X-Men book from the 90s. Come on. Wasn't that like 91 when Jim Lee did X-Men? I'm not finding it up here. The X-Men. Shoot. I can't find it. Let me just, it's probably X-Men. 90s, right? Yeah, for 90. There's so many X-Men, all these reboots. Look at all these X-Men books I got to sift through. All right, let me go back. From the 60s. Really? Oh. X-Men 35 from the 60s is when Spider-Man met the X-Men. Okay. I appreciate you specifying on that, man, because there's just too much stuff to sift through. So let's look it up real quick. I think I said it was like an $800 book, right? $9.2. If you got that, man, kudos to you. For no $700 book. Wow. Okay. So good book to have. It's been on the low end as low as 300, but you know, looking over the past 15 years, it's at least, you know, doubled in its price. So I would love to have that book at a 9.2. Shoot, that'd be awesome, man. All right, so there you go. I'll take a couple more and then I'm gonna probably wrap this up. Even I'm getting bored of myself. Do you have this book, NLC? You know, here's a question real quick. If anybody's still watching, anybody's still thinking about it. You know, we got Spider-Man joining the Avengers. Would you rather see Spider-Man join the Avengers, or would you rather see Spider-Man join Fox and the X-Men? The reason why I ask is because he has joined both on several occasions in comic books. But, you know, which one do you think would be cooler, for him to join the X-Men or for him to join the Avengers? I think that now that people have seen the footage of Spider-Man and the Avengers, I think that some people probably can't get past that. But me personally, I'd probably rather see Spider-Man join the X-Men. Wow, you got that book, NLC. Awesome, bro. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good book to have, man. I would never open it and keep it forever slabbed. All right. So if nobody else has anything else, I'm going to probably wrap this up here in the next couple minutes. Carsiconic Point says join the Avengers because Fox is messed up. Okay. Yeah, Fox is kind of all over the place a little bit with their timeline. Hey, there you go. There you go. Hey, if Spider-Man went, okay, so good point, Carsiconic Point. If Spider-Man went to Fox, we would get a Spider-Man Deadpool movie. We'd have to. We'd have to. And if you're reading the comic book, it's hilarious. I read like the first 2 issues. Hilarious. Could you imagine Spider-Man, like a mature Spider-Man, not the high school Spider-Man that we got now, but like a more mature Spider-Man and Deadpool? That'd be funny. Yeah, I think he did join Avengers and Fantastic Four, but there was a lot of yeah, I take that back. He didn't join the X-Men, but he had a lot of interaction with the X-Men, him and Wolverine and him and Iceman, a lot of interaction with the X-Men in the past. So I don't know, maybe I'm just more biased towards X-Men, but anyways, that's it, you guys. I think I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want this to go on longer than an hour. I want to thank everybody right now for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys want me to look up books in the future, please be very specific on what year, what grade that you want me to look up. It just makes things go a little bit faster. You know, also tomorrow I should be uploading a video here real soon. Also, my auction, July the 16th, Sunday, I will be doing my 3rd live online auction. Check out JLS Comics on Tuesday Comic Conversation at 8:30 Eastern. We're over there with Justin, myself, Buckshot, Jesse. Also check out EXILESTATE, his channel, as he's doing stuff over there, has live Sunday morning show. So check us all out, guys. We really appreciate it. As always, keep God first in your life and enjoy your comic books, and God bless you guys. Till next time, I will see you later.